Could you imagine being able to print t-shirts in 3 to 5 minutes? No screen printing, no custom heat transfers, no vinyl cutters, all right? Anytime you want it, you could think of it in the middle of the night and go print a t-shirt. If an order came in, you could go print it and ship it in 3 to 5 minutes. Could you imagine that? Well, I'm out here in Costa Mesa, California at Omnipint headquarters, and I'm about to show you how you can print a t-shirt, really, literally, dang, by pressing a button. Come on, man. Let's see how they do this. What's up, guys? Gary Edgenay, t-shirthelpdesk.com, the place where we cover all things t-shirt related. Make sure you go down and subscribe and click that notification bell so you'll be notified of all this great t-shirt information. So, what exactly is a DTG printer? We have Sergio here from Omnipint, and what is this thing, man?
So say, if you did not know what DTG stands for, it stands for direct to garment. And what that basically means, it's a big digital printer that prints directly on garments. And that can mean any number of things, from cotton to polyester, as well as sleeves, socks, hats, shoes. It can do any number of things. And the big difference between this and a screen printer is it can take any image, no color separation needed, and print it right off the bat, right onto any garment that you have pre-treated.
And you don't have to do color separations, you don't have to shoot screens, you don't have to coat screens, you don't have to do any of that. You take the t-shirt straight from where you get it from, you pre-treat it, and you put it right here, and bang, it happens, all right? So, you know, one of the questions that I get, some of the comments that I got on my old DTG videos were people saying that they can make their own. Like, what do you say to people making their own DTG printer? The
thing is, anything is possible. If you want to make your own printer, you know, you're more than welcome to. But the main thing about these kind of printers is that this is years of research and development that we've put into this machine to make sure that you're getting this result. And with these kind of results, this is years of hard work, as well as making these products, these inks, these pre-treatments that are all working together in order to make sure that these are the results across the board every time. And with that being said, if you're going to make your own printer, that's what years of R&D you're going to have to go through yourself. And in addition, we make the parts, we have the parts here, we have all the supplies. So when it comes to making your own printer, that you're going to have to turn to, oh, how am I going to fix this? Where am I going to get my inks? The inks that I used to buy aren't available anymore, or just basically it's going to become like a big logistics mess for you. Yeah. And that's the main thing when it comes to, if you want to build your own printer, you can, but it's essentially like if you want to build your own car, you can too, but you're still going to go buy something that's already made and something that's supported here in the US.
Yeah, right. I mean, you could build your own house too. And also a lot of times, for people who have that kind of expertise, they can go ahead and tinker with it. But the average person out here, I mean, you just don't have that type of expertise. You don't have that type of engineering know-how and all that stuff. So, guys, leave it to the professionals. Another thing is people will say is, you know, well, I can get one for a fraction of the price on eBay, you know, from China, right? Like, what do you say to that?
I mean, this may be an apples to oranges comparison, but it's kind of like getting anything from China. Kind of like say if you're ordering on one of those sites like Wish or any of those kind of sites where say you're finding a smartwatch for $6. Yeah, it's a smartwatch for $6, but you're not going to be getting the same thing that you're expecting out of like a bigger brand like Samsung or Apple kind of thing. In addition to touching on that, if you're buying a printer from China, at this point, your next step of what you're going to have to worry about is where you're going to get your supplies. How are you going to get trained on how to use that printer? And if that printer goes down at any point, who are you going to turn to for repairs and support in that respect? And that's kind of the big benefit of getting a printer that's here in the US, is that we have sports teams that are here. You know, we're not outsourcing you to someone in, you know, like Sri Lanka, someone that doesn't really understand what you're saying kind of thing. Like we have people that, our buddy Richard, you know, he's here helping everyone. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, you're sending your printer here. We're getting parts sent out from here. All the ink supplies are being made here. This isn't something that's going out to all these different places, whereas if you were to buy like your Chinese printer, you're gonna have to get inks from A. You're gonna have to get your training from someone who knows that printer, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If you need a repair on it, that's another thing. You're gonna need someone that specializes in that kind of printer. And if it's kind of like a Chinese conversion, that's where it kind of gets a little weird, because some parts don't match. whether it be like listings that are listed wrong. You might get a part that's not going to match what you're getting.
Yeah.
That's kind of the big thing with getting a printer, whether it's Omniprint or any other brand, is that you're getting parts, support, and training that's designed for this printer and for you to succeed.
Yeah, pretty much in a lot of cases when it comes to stuff from China, yeah, you can get something and it's a possibility that it'll work for a little while, but if anything goes wrong, you're on your own. All right, so right about now, this is printed, so we're gonna take you through the process of curing it. It's a really simple process, and let's get to that.
Cool. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cure the ink that's on this shirt. And what's needed to cure the ink, you can use a heat press or a conveyor dryer. But the more traditional style will be the heat press, as it's used with vinyl and other types of printing. So you're gonna place the shirt onto the heat press. Generally, I spread it on there because if it's a thinner garment like this, that's where it kind of like keeps it from seeping through to the other side. What you put on top is a non-stick paper. It can be a craft paper or a silicone sheet. And what this makes sure is that your print does not transfer onto the heat press when it's curing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna press it 2 times with 0 pressure at 90 seconds. Basically what this process is doing is it's applying heat to dry the ink and make sure that it's bonding directly with the pre-treatment. And the pre-treatment, it's essentially like an adhesive, so the heat added with that is making sure that the ink stays onto the shirt. Okay, and as our first press finishes up, we're going to lift the paper a bit. We're just going to allow some vapor to escape a bit, and we'll press it one more time. Now the reason we do 2 different presses is to make sure that A, you're not burning the ink and allowing vapor to escape, and B, making sure that that white ink doesn't seep up through from underneath the color layer. And now we're wrapping up our second press, and with this, your shirt will be ready. And with that, we have a cured DTG printed dark polyester shirt. And with this, you can go straight to packing it, hanging it, giving it to your customer. They can wear it right away, do whatever it is you need. It's all ready, retail ready print.
So here we go. That is what a DTG is. Thanks, Sergio, so much.
Yeah, definitely.
And look at this, guys. You can have something like this. So anyway, if you want some more information, go down in the description box, click the link, and that's it. I am out. Peace.